Located on the north side of Fort Worth, the construction of Texas Motor Speedway began in the spring of 1995 and required the movement of more than 4 million cubic yards of earth before it was completed the following year. The oval originally featured unique dual-angle banking in its first major race. A NASCAR Xfinity Series event in April of 1997 was won by Mark Martin. Jeff Burton won the first NASCAR Cup Series race there the following day in front of a sellout crowd of over 200,000 spectators. 2 months later, Kenny Irwin won the first NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race held at TMS. The track has also been good to Dale Jr., who won his first ever Xfinity Series race there in 1998, and 2 years later, won his first Cup Series race. Shortly after Junior's Xfinity Series win, the oval was reconfigured and eliminated the 8-degree section of dual-angle banking. Tonight, it's the Spark 125. It's next on HBR TV. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the virtual Texas Motor Speedway. We're on the old scan here tonight. A couple of throwback races here last couple of nights. We were at the Legacy Atlanta last night. Legacy Texas Motor Speedway here this evening. Let's look at the race details. 83 laps the race distance, 80-degree ambient temperature, 51% humidity, partly cloudy skies. Rather breezy here in Texas, 16 miles per hour. Track temp, well, it's a little warm, 119 degrees Fahrenheit. That's going to pose problems for these drivers this evening as far as keeping the rubber not too hot and on the pavement. Practice just about wrapped up here at the Speedway. A few minutes remain, a couple that is. Top time on the board right now, it's the 16 of Brandon Ayers, 29.768. The 92 of Josh Ward, second. Chris Smith, Scotty Sobozak. Here we go again with the names. I'm trying. Hunter Gio, fifth quick. And then you see it there on down the line. Qualifying coming soon after this. Just a couple of minutes again left in this session. Let's go down and watch it. Those of you that weren't here last week, don't forget we do have the Most Popular Driver Award. That's something you guys as race fans can go check out. There's a link in our description notating that information. So go down there, click the link, fill out the information. At the end of the season, there is a prize, so to speak, for that. And that Fans' Choice Award presented by Goon Squad. Those of you that missed last week's event at Daytona International Speedway, we went almost all the way to the end of that thing without a single caution, but things went a little chaotic, a little crazy there, coming down to the checkered flag. Of course, it always tends to happen at those draft-style tracks, restrictor plate, tapered spacer, however you want to call it, whatever they're running these days. It's still a super speedway. We'll just go with that. Taking a look at the schedule this season, of course, we just finished up Daytona. We're here at the 09 scan of Texas Motor Speedway tonight. Nashville Super Speedway next week for 90 laps. And really looking forward to August 14th. We'll be down at Watkins Glen International for 29 laps. Bit of a sprint race. Race 5, Chicagoland, after our off week on the 21st. And we move to Bristol in September. We're off for the week of the 11th as, well, this broadcaster is actually going to be down at Watkins Glen, and they didn't want to miss the broadcast, so they're going to give us a week off there as well. Then Dover, Talladega, Auto Club, and then we close out the season at Homestead Miami Speedway. Practice in the books. Qualifying coming right up. We'll see who takes to the track first. Looks like Johnny Rapp may be the first to get rolling. Rapp out of Deptford, New Jersey. Got Jared Sherrill in his stream chat asking me to show Gio for a minute if he's blinking. I don't need to actually show him on my end. He's not blinking as far as my information is presented. I'll get to him shortly just to be 100%, but I've got something else that flickers in the background when that happens. Johnny Rapp up to speed down the back straightaway. Way up top. First lap for Johnny Rapp. Second quick, 30.918. Barry ran a 30.457. Dylan LeBeau goes fast, 30.248. He's top of the board right now. And the 25 of Scott Tompkins goes P1. 30.08 as Dylan LeBeau finishes up 30.163. Tompkins has done that. Second lap was his fast time. Wes Pistol, now he's on racetrack. Number 7 machine out of Knoxville, Tennessee. 30.502 his first lap. Currently sits 14th as Hunter Gio goes top of the board. 30.02. Still not quite below that 30-second mark. And that was his second lap as well, but still a quick time for the 33 as Pistol goes 30.287 on his second trip around. Steve Loving, the number 27 out of Chantilly, Virginia. 31.43 his first lap. Crosses start finish here to complete lap 2. Moves up quite a bit. Top 10 starting position for now, 30.219. Brandon Ayers, the number 16. Brandon in the Grizzly colors tonight. .222 for Ayers, 13th quick. William Lyman in the 44, 31.098. He's 29th at the moment. Second lap for Lyman. We've seen improvement. No, maybe it wasn't a clean lap. Nick Lucci, the number 96, got the name right this week. Hunter Gio still sits atop the board, 30.022. 81 of Sobzak, 2 1,000ths of a second shy of knocking Gio off. Was not able to get that, but still a brilliant lap for both drivers currently sitting on the front row. Lucci crosses the stripe, finishes his first lap. 29, 30.587. Lucci didn't open up the wheel much off of 4. See if it shortcuts enough to get him some faster lap time here. He does. Goes P1. 29.956 for the number 96 of Nick Lucci. Gets into that 29-second mark. What a lap. Quick time. Nick Lucci puts it on pole. That may wrap it up for qualifying. Yep, that finishes things up. We're going to go to the warm-up session. So with that, we're going to step aside, get a quick break out of the way. We'll return after this.
defend. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force him off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Trish on the bottom.
Richard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
Novak into the fence. They're still beating and banging. And to the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Abramitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
Going to try and stop Smith. He drops down below, throws the block. Up the racetrack, throws another block. McCann goes to the outside. 3 wide for the race lead in the win here at Daytona. Crosses the stripe and we're all reckoning. Brian McCann takes the checkered flag. Blaze has newer tires, 6 laps newer to be specific. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. He makes some contact with Zach Millett. Millett drops it back to the bottom. Off of turn number 4 for the final time. Zach Millett's going to win through the trial for the final time. And oh, they're wrecking. Big trouble. Vincent Short sneaks through, and I think Short's going to win this. He does. Vincent Short wins.
I met Marcos Garza when we were doing radiothons for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We needed sponsors to help us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos and his team as upstanding, someone you can trust, and he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you. And that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Just don't know where that baby of mine.
Welcome back to Texas Motor Speedway. Let's take a look at our starting grid on the pole position with a lap time of 29.956 seconds. It's the number 96 of Nick Lucci. Outside front row, Hunter Gio missed it by 66 thousandths of a second. He'll start second. Scotty Samozak starting third. Number 81 Machine Josh Ward. Number 92 starts fourth. Chris Smith in the fifth position. Sixth goes to Scott Tompkins. Chase Berry rolls from the 7th spot. Evan Pienta will start 8th. Peter Stewart, the number 94 out of Canada, starts from the 9th spot. Rye Jones rounds out the top 10. Starting 11th from regular racing, it's the 52, Johnny Rapp, flanked by the 49 of Devin Jack. Starting 13th, it's Dylan LeBeau, the number 99. Robert Brobst in the 5, starting 14th. Steve Loving will be 15th. 16th, Brandon Ayers. Matt Kerkhoff will start 17th. James Danforth, 18th. 19th, Wes Pistole. 20th, Sam Cosner. Jake Maki will start 21st. Ellis Thomas, 22nd. 23rd, Abram Ghostin. 24th, Brian Brobst. 25th starter is Robert Lydell III. 26th, Zach Mitchell. 27th will be Clay Simpson. Jay Heisman rolls 28th. 29th starter is Dave Grajewski. 30th is Shane Kocher. Nick Saraf will be 31st. 32nd, William Lyman. 33rd starter is Steve Vest. Larry Pulling starts 34th. 35th, Pat Colby. Paul Thomas, 36th. And shotgun on the field in the number 4 from Dumpster Fire Racing, it's Nathan Gentry. It's your starting grid here from Texas Motor Speedway. Field already on their parade lap. And Green Flag Racing the next time by. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it is the Spark 125, second race of the season of the Spark Truck Series. Last week was an excellent race. Hope to duplicate those efforts here tonight. Pace car is in.
Green flag.
Green flag waves, and we're underway from No Limits, Texas. One truck out of shape off turn number 2. That's the 4th place machine. Looks like Chris Smith. Chris Smith actually going to take that spot. Josh Ward was the driver out of shape off of 2. Gathered it back up. Continues on. The top 3 get away. Back to the stripe. Nick Lucci is going to lead lap 1. Already a battle for the top spot. Hunter Gio looking to the inside, wants to take that lead away already here on the second lap. They're into 3 and 4. Gio on the bottom of the racetrack. Lucci up top, not putting up too much of a fight. Too early to worry about that. Going to tuck in behind Gio as they get back to the line. Second leader of the day, it's Hunter Gio. Keep in mind, guys, they have 2 sets of tires over the wall here tonight and a 70% fuel load. So again, strategy will come into play this evening. Lucci content to run in the tire tracks at the 33 of Gio. Top 3, it's Ford, Toyota, Ford, and then the rest of the top 5, it's Chris Smith in a Chevrolet, Chase Berry in the Toyota Tundra. Already got a distinct pack out front, be it only 3 trucks, but we've got a big group in behind in a battle for the 4th position between Chase Berry and Chris Smith. Berry has it for now. Chris Smith's going to lose a couple of spots as he slips back to P6. Josh Ward's going to jump into the top 5. And we're 3 wide already. One driver a little loose mid-corner. Didn't see who exactly that was. It might have been Evan Pienta. Might have been Peter Stewart. It's the only white truck I see there. It was either Stewart or the 25 of Scott Tompkins, but nevertheless, no harm, no foul. Everybody continues on. No caution to worry about just yet. 6 laps complete here at Texas Motor Speedway. Hunter Gio still leads. Nick Lucci runs second, Scotty Sabozak third. Again, my apologies if I'm not getting that name quite right. I'm adding some vowels to it. Try to get that squared away in the future. Big mover on the day so far, Matt Karakoff in the 12th position. He's up 5 spots already here in the first 7 laps. Karakoff in the 00 machine. Continue to watch the battle for position here. Karakoff trying to pick up his 6th spot of the afternoon, fighting with the number 49 machine of Devin Jack and the Molson Canadian machine. Good looking paint scheme. Better tasting beer, not gonna lie. Karakoff tried to cut down in front of the 99 of Dylan LeBeau. Didn't have quite enough room, or at least wasn't comfortable enough to squeeze in between this early on in the race. Probably a good idea. Live to fight another day. Meanwhile, we got to change for the top spot. Hunter Gio has slipped back to second as Nick Lucci out of turn 2 takes back the race lead. On board with Nick Lucci, looking back at Hunter Gio and Scotty Sobczak. You can see the distance back in the rest of the field. These top 3 drivers have already stretched their lead out to 2.5 seconds back to 4th place, the 46 of Chase Berry. They're all but flat out around here. Little lift on corner entry and then very quickly back to the gas. Lucci very smooth. Robert Brobst in the 13th spot. He's up a position right now. Slowly but surely, but then Wes Pistol, he's up 5 positions in the 14th spot. Bally Civic in the stream chat says, who's saving tires? Honestly, it's tough to say. I ran a practice lap or 2 myself in these trucks. I put down a lap time that was right about pole. But I'd be willing to bet my track temperature was probably 30 or 40 degrees cooler than what they qualified at. So I'm not really sure what the pace is supposed to be as far as tire savings are concerned. I'm sure some guys are smart enough to do that, especially in a place like this. This old, wore-out surface on the old Texas Motor Speedway, definitely very abrasive. Basically a cheese grater on these Goodyear tires. Taking care of that rubber is going to be very important later on in this race. Truthfully, the first 10, 15 laps, really one you want to nurse those tires. You don't want to abuse them. Once you get them hot, it's hard to cool them off. Change for the second spot, too. Scotty Sobczak gets into that second position. Hunter Gio slips back to P3. Oh, but Scotty loses connection for a minute there. He pops back in. He's out another time. This could be problematic for the 81 machine here as he keeps losing connection. You ride on the roof cam here with Hunter Gio. Let's see if this happens anymore. Scotty not able to maintain a solid and clean connection. That is troublesome for the drivers behind or in front, especially if you're side by side racing with the guy. It's a little disconcerting. You get lucky enough sometimes to see some of the sparks fly that would appear underneath the truck typically, but unfortunately you can't see the rest of the truck when that happens. The other part of it is if you're a little bit faster, say you're working on a pass, you want to make that run around that truck, you could enter the space that he left when he disappears like that, and then all of a sudden the truck will reappear where you are. Now he's literally on top of your truck, and then, well, obviously you know what happens from there. You get a wreck. Benson Weaver in the chat says, Spark has quickly become the extremely large. Yes. 37 trucks taking the green flag here tonight. It was just about the same last week, and they went almost the entire race without a major incident, without a caution up until the very end when things got crazy, as per usual. But really impressed with these guys last week, certainly. So far, 18 laps into this one as well. Very impressed. These guys know how to race clean. It's going to be a solid season. I just have that kind of feeling. Meanwhile, the top three have separated from each other. They're no longer grouped up as they were at the beginning of this race, but Nick Lucci continues to drive away, enjoying a 1.1 second advantage over the second-place machine of Scotty Sobczak. 1.6 back to Hunter Gio, and even further back to the rest of the field. Very quickly got 19, going to put 20 laps up on the tower as Lucci crosses start-finish. Ropes down a spot into the 15th position. Johnny Rapp in that vicinity as well as, well, a lot of others. Rush hour traffic at 180 miles an hour. Oh, a little wiggle off turn number 4. Looked like it was the 99 of LeBeau. Chased it up the racetrack, kept it out of the wall, but scary moment. Saw a lot of that in practice. Drivers getting a little bit of a shake, a slight tank slap, if you will. Oh, real loose again off turn number 2. He's not the only one. One driver gets in the fence just slightly. It's going to break the momentum, and that looks like that might have been Scott Tompkins, I believe. Yes, indeed, the 25 machine. Running 11th currently. May have lost a spot in that exchange, but you can see it already. Tires becoming an issue. Not wanting to cooperate, not wanting to stick to the racing surface. Devin Jack battling now for the 12th position with the 99 of LeBeau. Remember, the 99 just a couple of laps ago was exiting turn 4, I believe it was, and had a hairy moment himself. Appears he got it back under control, but now the 49, the Molson Canadian Ford F-150, a little wiggle off turn 2, continues to keep it nose forward. On board now with the 99, still fighting with the 25 of Tompkins. A little bit of a wiggle again, a lift, not just from him, but himself. The 5, even the 25. I think this is a rampant problem right now up and down the field as we've got 23 laps complete at a hot racetrack. Taking a look at the weather here again. Not very humid by any means. 80-degree ambient temperature, but the track's 125 degrees right now, so that's going to make for some tire wear, a lot of excessive tire heat, which get them tires hot, they melt. When they melt, they get greasy, and you slip and slide, and you're out of control. If you know, you know. Still fun battle to watch here between these 4 trucks. Scott Tompkins, Dylan LeBeau, Johnny Rapp, Devin Jack. Those 4 trucks in a pretty heated exchange. Tompkins way up the racetrack trying to get a run out of the corner. Carry that momentum back to start finish all the way down into turn 1. He does have the advantage over Rapp and LeBeau. Meanwhile, we'll switch it up here. Look at the race lead once again. Nick Lucci still in command by a decent margin, but it's not what it once was. It was 1.1, 1.2. Now it's slipped to about 9/10 of a second, a little less in some cases. Sobczak starting to reel Lucci in. Given the 2 tire sets available over the wall, totaling 3 total sets of tires, I think these guys might be in okay shape breaking this race down and not having to plan for an extra set late in the race. Granted, we haven't seen a caution yet, so that could factor into the equation as well, but so far so good. Drivers have their hands full, but we've kept everybody safe for now, out of the wall, at least of any significance. But yeah, Lucci's getting a little bit bigger in the windshield as Scotty Sobczak. Let's ride on board with the 81 as he tries to reel in the race leader. Here, 28 now, almost 29 laps in. Wow, look at him chase that truck up the racetrack. Wasn't the only one because he gained time even though he slipped up turn 4 there. It's down to just under 0.8 of a second, the difference between first to second. Real loose off turn 2 was Lucci. You saw the back of that truck hung out. Listen to those throttle inputs, so smooth. Listening to the engine sounds as they work through the corners. They're lifting off throttle to get the truck to rotate on entry, and then they're back to the gas. Of course, not full throttle, but they're never fully off the throttle. Still keeping a little bit of power into it. Kevin Harvick was known to do that. Certainly worked well for him in a lot of places. Meanwhile, we got some pit stops underway. Robert Brobst and Brian Brobst on pit lane. First drivers to make their pit stops. Evan Pienta and Shane Kocher also on the pit lane. Shane's been there for a while, though. I think Pienta has as well. He ran a 56-second stop was Pienta, and Kocher, well, he's still there, a minute 30 plus. Not sure if something happened with those. In fact, it looks like he may have. Didn't bring out a yellow. Let's look at it here. Shane Kocher just a moment ago. Oh, there's the caution. We'll look at that in just a moment. So there is the trouble. Off turn number 2. Shane Kocher gets the wall in the Genesee beer machine. And it looks like maybe James Danforth involved in this one. Yes, indeed. The 88 Napa Auto Parts Ford F-150. Look at it again here, see if we can get a better look. Yeah, looks, I'm going to back it up, see if there was any contact there or not. I can already see how this one's developed. So the 88's got the 16 truck up high, so he's got a truck's width there in between, but he doesn't pick up on the pitting truck just ahead of him. I think that was Dylan LeBeau. So Danforth goes up the track to avoid running him over, but he slides up the track, gets a piece of the 16, and it just kind of upsets his truck enough to put him perpendicular to the field, and the yellow comes out. Not a major incident by any means, but it's going to trap a couple of guys a lap down, I do believe. We'll have to look at that once we go back green flag racing. Expect to see some pit stops, as we're right at that point where we started to see some under green, and here they come. Nick Lucci bringing them all down. Spark Field, all hitting pit lane here just in time. Caution coming out for them to make their pit work under the yellow flag. Chase Berry gets out first. No, Chase Berry stayed on the racetrack. He pit a couple of laps ago. So Nick Lucci first off of pit road for the lead lap trucks. That was Scotty, Sobzak, Hunter Gio, Josh Ward, Chris Smith, Peter Stewart, Wes Pistol, Devin Jack, Johnny Rapp. Looks like that'll be your top 10 when we go back to green. Rather impressive, I would say. Not so much a stage. I mean, you could call it a stage, but I don't believe they run stages in this series. Which has kind of become the abnormal. A lot of series are running stages, just as do the Truck and Xfinity and Cup Series do. But I've got a couple that don't. And in fact, this season, I think I've got 3 that aren't. It's going to be Spark, Numb Thumbs Racing. They don't run it. Lone Star Racing, which kicks off a week from tomorrow. I think that will be our 4th season with us here at HBR TV. They also run straight up racing. IROC Challenge Series starting in a couple of weeks. That'll be on Mondays here at HBR TV. They do run stages. And then in the fall, we'll have the No Bull Racing Series on Sunday evenings, formerly the Superior Class Auto Racing Series. And No Bull has also added a late model stock series, which will kick off also in mid to late fall on Wednesday nights. All that going to be brought to you here live on HBR TV. Shane Trotter says, dang, I missed it. The Wi-Fi wasn't working. Well, lucky for you, through the magic, TV magic of instant replay. Let's see if we can go find it. It wasn't really crazy, nothing earth-shattering. James Danforth having a bit of an issue on track. Triggered by a slow-moving truck headed to pit lane. He avoided that truck. Didn't avoid the one up top side. We'll back it up a little further here so you guys can see it. Some already have, but we'll go through this again. Why not? Dylan LeBeau was slow to enter pit lane, and the 88 just didn't catch it in time. Had to sneak up the racetrack, and, well, there you have it. So that was for you, Shane Trotter. Yeah, guys, all you watching the broadcast tonight that are in the stream chat, or even if you're not in the stream chat, don't hesitate to jump in. I can't always honor your wishes, but if we're under a caution and you missed the replay, if I got time to get it in before we go back to green, I'm happy to do it. If there's a driver you want an update on, I'll see if I can figure that out for you guys as well. Doubled up. Get ready to go back to green. Pace car lights are indeed out. Pace car makes the hard left to pit lane. Barney's got that green ready to wave.
Green flag.
Call is made. Barney's waving it. We're back racing from Texas Motor Speedway. Lucci back to the race lead. Berry, who stayed out a couple extra laps or pit prior to the caution, managed to stay on the lead lap. He slips back to the second spot. May lose that spot quickly to the 81. Sobzak trying to take it back away, and he does. Hunter Gio going to try and do the same to the 46. Mired up topside. Up and down pit lane, looks like everybody bolted on 4 fresh tires, so 1 set remain over pit wall for everybody. Lucci still strong out in front. Sobczak back to the second spot. Hunter Gio runs third. Usual suspects here at the front of the field. It's just like how we started this thing off. Those three guys were up front, looking very quick, very racy, but they stretched that lead out away from the rest of the field awfully quickly early on. Doesn't seem to be happening at this stage, but Nick Lucci, though, is starting to distance himself from the rest of the field already with about a half-second advantage over Scotty Sobczak. Johnny Rapp peeks to the inside of the 94. Peter Stewart looking for position. This would be for the 7th spot if he can take it away. Johnny Rapp, the number 52 Mission Barbecue Chevrolet. Gets the position, not quite clear. Stewart almost catches the wall on exit. Rapp now definitely has the position. Looks forward to Chris Smith. On board with Chris Smith in the American Battlefield Trust Chevy Silverado. Just past halfway here at Texas Motor Speedway. One caution to speak of so far, so let's get a break out of the way. We're going to go HBR TV side by side so you guys don't miss a moment of the action. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
I met Marco Scarza when we were doing radiothons for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We needed sponsors to help us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos and his team as upstanding, someone you can trust, and he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you. And that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Back to the Spark 125 from Texas Motor Speedway. 51 laps up on the board. Nick Lucci dominating still here, out in front, now 0.7 of a second ahead of the 81 of Scotty Sobczak. Just keeping things smooth. Real loose off turn number 2. Had to say smooth, but he's real sideways on exit of 2. Saves it. Might have taken some paint off the right rear. No damage, though. Keeps his foot in it, continues on, but he lost about 1/10 of a second. Sobczak's going to reel him in again here. I'm just curious to see how things would have played out before that caution came. Sobczak would have been able to reel in Nick Lucci and put some pressure on him for that top spot. It seems that Lucci's really pushing hard here. Man, these guys are all sideways on it, too. Going to have a battle for the race lead here before this fuel or tire run expires. I really feel that that's going to be the case. Lucci doing a good job out in front, but every lap, Sobczak's just cutting into that lead. Last lap was just a tick faster for the 81. We're talking 100th of a second faster, nothing significant. In fact, let's put that up on the board here. We'll take a look. In fact, there you see 0.8 of a second faster for the second place machine the last time by. Across the stripe this time. 30 laps remain. Lucci picks it up here to about 0.5 quicker. Jack, last truck inside the top 10, the number 49 machine. Unchallenged for the time being. A couple of trucks out of shape off turn number 2. Dylan LeBeau. No, it wasn't Dylan LeBeau, or was it? No, it was not. Dave Grajewski's going to hit pit lane here. I don't know if he's off-cycled here or if he just knows he can make it from here to the end. Number 6, Napa Auto Parts. Oh, and he stops a little short. Has to pick up the throttle a little bit here. He's going to lose a little track position on that. Just topping off the tank. 11 seconds, 12 seconds, 13, 14. Grajewski may have a different issue here. He's in the pits now for an extended period of time. He's going to lose a bunch of positions. Paul Thomas now is going to hit pit road. Got Jared Sherrill says, trust the Gio process. Gio running in the 3rd spot. Haven't seen a whole lot out of him here tonight. He's obviously quick. Might just be taking care of his stuff until it's time to go. Thomas is down and away. Thomas went 4 tires fuel, 16-second stop. Not great. A little bit of damage on the left side. That's likely what prompted the pit stop. Lucci out in front. He's stretched his lead a little more again now on the 81. Man, Sobczak got a good run off turn number 2. Chews up a 10th and a half into 3. Lucci drives it in a little bit deeper than the 81. Gets a better exit on 4. $25 laps to go here from Texas Motor Speedway. Jared Sherrill says, just got to trust. I think he knows something that we don't. I haven't been covering this league long enough to know who's who and who's what. I can look at iRating and kind of get a general idea, but that doesn't always tell the whole story. Well, the 00 of Matt Karakoff's going to hit pit road. Right side tire change on the 00 Skyline Roofing Ford F-150. 4 tires in Sunoco race fuel. He's going to drop the jack and hit the road. 23 to go. He's good to go to the end. A little bit of insurance fuel as well. Sam Cosner running 13th, Ellis Thomas 15th. Further back in the field, we've got Zach Mitchell running 20th. Mitchell in the number 23 truck. Oh, right through the grass. Mitchell had a first-hand view of that. A few other trucks hitting pit lane here. Steve Loving, Brandon Ayers, and William Lyman. These drivers trying to get to pit lane and put tires on before the rest of the field, try to gain some track position in this later stage of the race. Scotty Sobczak still runs in that second spot. Can still see Lucci up ahead, but he's starting to lose some ground now. I think Lucci may have been saving some tire for later on in this race, right before the pit stop. Question is, and again, it might be an obvious answer for some of you guys out there, but will some of these leaders go fuel only? I mean, they're talented enough, but I don't know. There's so much fall off. Lucci's best lap is a 30.54. His last lap was 2 full seconds plus slower than that. I can't imagine these guys are going to try with fuel only. Maybe right sides only? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and find out. I mean, Lucci's got the pace. He could probably bolt on 4 and then be good to go. Obviously, if we get a caution here in the latter stages, I think everybody's going with 4 if they've still got them sitting there. "17 trucks on the lead lap after some of these pit stops have taken place. Steve Loving, the number 27 Toyota, first truck 1 lap down. So if we were to get that caution, he would be the lucky dog recipient, at least for the time being. Ellis Thomas on pit lane, the number 8 machine. Turns down towards his pit box, comes to a stop. Right side's going on. Four tires and fuel for Ellis Thomas. He's down and away. Rock solid to the end. Top 3, Nick Lucci, Scotty Sobczak, Hunter Gio. Fourth is Josh Ward. 5th, Chris Smith. That's right where those two qualified. Chase Berry from the top 10. He hits pit road. Late pit stop for Berry. 16 laps remain. Does he take tires here? Yep, right side's up in the air. Right side's only. Someone's taking a gamble. 15 to go. Scotty Sobczak from second place in pit lane. Nick Lucci stays out on the racetrack. Josh Ward, Chris Smith also in pit lane. So is Peter Stewart. Slides in. Does he go too deep in the box? No. Got lucky. That looked a little deep to me, but he's okay. 4 tires and fuel for Scotty Sobczak. Hunter Gio also going to hit pit lane. He's down and away. I don't know if I'm getting a glitch in our system here, but it says that Scotty's pit stop was 10.9 seconds. And Hunter Gio overshoots his box. We were worried about that a moment ago with the 81. Hunter Gio just 1 pit stall ahead. He does go through, has to back it up. He's going to lose a bunch of time here. He's going to take 4, but going back to the 81's pit stop, I would have swore he put 4 tires on. I know I saw the left side of the truck go in the air. But 10.9 seconds, I just don't think he put 4 on. Meanwhile, Hunter Gio made his pit stop, final of the day, and the mistake gets made. Unfortunately, slides through the pit stall. That's going to kill his chances. Without a caution, he's in trouble. Race leader Nick Lucci on pit lane for the final time. 13 to go, going to be 12 to go. Johnny Rapp's going to inherit the top spot. Rapp's last pit stop is at lap 33. So is the rest of the top 4. Lucci in the box, clean. Right sides for sure. Does he gamble with just 2? Nope. 4 tires. Lucci drops the jack 15.07. Second stop for the number 96. Pole sitter. He's led the most laps here tonight. Trying to seal the deal. He's back out there now. 11 laps to go. Johnny Rapp and Sam Costner hit pit lane. Devin Jack inherits the top spot. Number 49 Molson Canadian machine. Might be coming soon. Or does he have enough fuel to stretch it? I can't imagine he does. Lap 33. It's 51 laps to the finish. We got that S4 guy in the chat. Loving that old school Texas. Devin Jack from the lead. He hits pit road. So does Pat Colby. So it looks like Steve Loving made his pit stop at lap 61. He's going to inherit the lead here shortly. Still 20 seconds back. Devin's got to make time here to pit. Slides it to a stop in his pit stall. Right side tire change. We've seen the 46 go with rights only. I think there's a chance that Sobczak may have took lefts only. 4 tires and fuel for Jack. 14.62, a quick stop for the 49. Even faster for Patrick Colby, 14.35. 10 laps to go. Steve Loving out in front. I think he's good to go to the end. But he's going to lose the lead here to Scotty Sobczak. Gets underneath, takes the top spot. 9 laps to go for the 81. Sobczak made his stop at lap 68. Again, I swear he took 4 tires, but stopwatch says otherwise, unless he's got some kind of crazy pit crew. Sobczak in front. 27 is Steve Loving. Runs second. Hunter Gio, even with that mistake, runs third. Nick Lucci shown as the 4th place machine. 8 laps to go. Lucci jumps into P3, gets around Gio. Sobczak's just got to keep turning laps here, stay clean. Caution is certainly something he does not want to see. Only had 1 tonight. That S4 guy in the chat makes a very valid point. We got 33 people currently watching and only 6 likes. So while you're at it, help us out. Click the like button. Helps push this video out to a little bit wider audience. Get some fresh eyeballs on this league and this channel. It's a good thing. 5 to go for the 81. Stretches out his lead over Steve Loving, who's under fire now from Nick Lucci. Lucci jumps into the second spot, and he's got a little less than 5 laps to catch and pass Scotty Sobczak. Last lap for the race leader was 31:19. Last lap for Nick Lucci, 30:75. So we're talking about a half second a lap. He's 3.5 back. It's going to be close. Lucci was 0.3 quicker this time. I don't think he's got enough time. This thing stays green. I don't think Lucci's going to be able to reel him in unless Sobczak has some significantly more fall off here in the next couple of laps. Identical deficit. Lucci just as fast to the last time by, but still 3-second deficit to make up. He's got to find a miracle here. We're going to have to talk to Scotty Sobczak after this, regardless of his win or second or third place finish. Find out if he did indeed take lefts only. That's an interesting strategy if he did. 2 laps to go here from Texas Motor Speedway. Scotty Sobczak started third. Sobczak into 3 and 4 here, hoping to get around to that white flag. Crossing his fingers that the caution does not come out for any reason. Just needs that white flag. There it is. Barney's waving it. Final lap here from Texas Motor Speedway. Scotty with a 2.3 second advantage over second place Nick Lucci, who is on pole tonight. Fastest driver, certainly, with a 29-second lap in qualifying. Led the most laps tonight, but looks like Scotty Sobczak's going to lead the important one, the last one. Off at turn number 4, clean and looking at a checkered flag. Sobczak wins it at Texas Motor Speedway. Lucci comes home second. Gio still comes back to finish third, even after the mistake in pit lane. Once again, this league puts on a great race, super clean. Lucci comes up to congratulate, says, "You got me this time, bud." Scotty gonna come here to start finish. Maybe we'll see some burnouts this time. Oh, Scotty with a very modest burnout here at Texas Motor Speedway, making sure he can take care of that Ilmore engine for next week. Oh, no, he's not done. There it is. That S4 guy in the chat says, looks like Scotty does know after all. Very good. With that, we're going to step aside, get a break out of the way. We'll be back with our top 3 finishers after this. Stay with us.
I met Marco Scarza when we were doing radiothons for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We needed sponsors to help us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos and his team as upstanding, someone you can trust, and he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you. And that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Checkered flag. Contact and Brian Rose wins it. A photo finish at the line. Oh, we got a wreck. Will Hewitt's through the trial for the final time, and oh, they're wrecking. Big trouble. Fits in short, sneaks through, and I think short. Back at Texas Motor Speedway, race number 2 in the books, and Scotty Sobczak takes the checkered flag with what appears to be a lightning-fast 4-tire stop. We went back and looked at it during the break here, and it was indeed 4 tires. Maybe we've got a glitch in the system, but it says 10.98 seconds. That's crazy even for next-gen Cup Series standards, but we'll get a word here with Scotty. Talk to him about that pit stop and his race, and then this eventual win. The driver of the number 81 Pine Mountain Auto Supply F-150, Scotty Sobczak. Hopefully I'm saying the last name right. You got a copy? It's Steve in the booth at HBR TV.
Hey, I got a copy from you.
Scotty, am I saying that last name right?
You can say it however you like. Some people Sobczak, some people Sobczak. Kind of depends what part of the world you're in, but Sobczak is good for me.
Sobczak. All right. Well, congratulations on the race win here at Texas. Looking strong out there. You were up with those top 3 drivers all night long, but it wasn't until that final pit stop that you really took over that race lead. Never really looked back. I got to ask, that last pit stop, 4 tires, we saw that much, but my system is showing 10.98 seconds for that 4-tire stop. Can that even be possible?
You know, I'm not sure. I slid through the box a little bit, and I was a little bit nervous I was going to have to put it in reverse. And actually, I'm pretty sure I did put it in reverse just in case. But I guess the box gods helped me out there. And honestly, I was a little surprised that it took that long for everybody to pit. And I think people were kind of hanging on for a late caution there to have the fresher tires. But with 15 or whatever it was to go, you just couldn't wait too much longer to make that stop. So I was surprised it took the other guys longer to do so, but that was going to be the difference.
Yeah, we watched you make that pit stop on the broadcast. I really thought you were too deep and didn't see the truck have to go backwards at all, so you got the pit stop complete. You get back out there. Unfortunately for third-place Hunter Gio, he did slide through his box, had to back it up about 3 feet before he could complete his pit work. Still fought back for a top 3 finish. But what's the strategy that you employ coming into a race like here at Texas Motor Speedway, especially on the old layout with that abrasive racing surface?
Yeah, man, I love this layout. I think it really definitely the 1.5 miles, you can have a strategy going in, but you got to play the race. And honestly, I was thinking that we'd have more cautions than we did, so I was kind of planning for that. But ultimately, I was chasing down Lucci and trying to stay up with him and keep the tires underneath me the entire time. So strategy-wise, it was kind of ride the bottom and be very gentle with the throttle coming off of 2 to save the tire and hopefully have enough to get to him. And even if I did during the racing, during the first or second stint, it was going to be really hard to pass. So really it came down to the strategy, and that was kind of the one card I had to play, and it worked out.
Certainly a fun race to watch. You guys are super clean and super fast out there. Looking forward to Nashville Super Speedway next week. Certainly a different style racetrack, but a concrete track that's going to eat up tires a bit as well. What are your thoughts rolling into Nashville next week? Make it maybe 2 in a row.
Man, I'd love to. I will actually be out of the country in Germany next week. I won't be able to make it, so we're racing the season to get wins, and that's what we did tonight. So fortunate there. Nashville's a super fun track, so I'm bummed that I'll be missing it. But yeah, whoever can save their tires and qualify up front there is going to be ahead of the pack, and honestly, I think it'll race pretty similar to what you saw tonight. But I'll be out close to the Nürburgring track in Germany, so different kind of racing out there, but should be a blast, and I'll hopefully be watching it here on the HBR TV.
You're speaking my language as far as the Nürburgring is concerned, and I think there's some guy in our stream chat that's obsessed with that place as well. Either way, congratulations on the oval win here tonight, Scotty. Awesome run. Who do you want to thank before I let you go?
Yeah, I got to thank wife Alex, baby June Bug who's upstairs, and everybody in the chat who's watching. I also got to thank Pine Mountain Auto Supply helping sponsor. For you guys for broadcasting up there. Can't wait to check it out. Everybody, like I mentioned in the chat, and definitely the top 3. That was a fun race. Got to thank my teammates over at Placeholder Racing too. Josh and Patrick definitely helped with some insight heading into this race with limited practice. So excited for the next time we get on track. Appreciate it.
All right, Scotty, thanks for talking to us. Have a good vacation, and we'll see you at the next one.
Sounds good.
Scotty Subzak, your winner here tonight. Trophy hunting this season. Not going with the full schedule, but either way, good to have him here tonight, taking the checkered flag here at Texas Motor Speedway. Next, we're going to talk to our runner-up, the number 96 machine of Nick Lucci. Put the truck, that is, on the pole position with a blistering lap. Only driver to crack 29 seconds. Nick, it's Steve in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, a tough break here tonight. I don't know what you really could have done different. Is there anything you've thought about kind of in a post-race debrief that you could have done differently, maybe lock this thing up? You put it on pole and led the most laps, just couldn't take that win.
Yeah, it obviously second sucks, obviously, any way that you look at it. Just in the seat, I didn't really think we were gonna really be able to overcome the couple seconds that Scotty was able to put on us by pitting a couple laps earlier than us. I heard he had a pretty good pit stop. So if anything, I'd like to hire his pit crew. But no, I mean, other than that, like I said, obviously second sucks, but I don't really think there was anything else I could have done really any differently. I thought once the right sides burned off enough, I thought we had kind of leveled off, and it was just going to be down to track position. Obviously passing was going to be really, really tough, so I thought we were in the catbird seat, and it just wasn't meant to be tonight.
Well, it was certainly a fun race to watch. Super clean by all involved. One minor incident brought out the caution during the pit cycle, but we look forward to Nashville Super Speedway next week. Are you going to make it there? Because I got a couple drivers that are going to be unavailable. Are you going to be in this one?
Well, that's the plan. Funny enough, I will actually be moving apartments on Friday morning. I think I'll have enough time to get everything situated back up. So, obviously, I would have liked to have started off the non-super speedway portion of our season with a win, but hopefully I'll have to wait until next week. Looking forward to Nashville, though. Another good racetrack.
Well, either way, a strong run here tonight, Nick. Congratulations on that runner-up finish. Who do you want to shout out to before I let you go?
Obviously, I got to shout out everyone over at the Spark Racing League, everyone here at Holler Boys Racing TV who put on an excellent broadcast. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to watching it here in a couple minutes. Shout out to my old man and any other family members that are watching on this broadcast back in the state of Kansas and anywhere else. Other than that, shout out to F. Scott Motorsports, Evan Pienta, James Danforth. Well, yeah, looking forward to Nashville.
All right, Nick, thanks for talking to us, man. Congratulations, and good luck next week.
Yeah, take care, guys.
Nick Lucci, your runner-up here at Texas Motor Speedway. Next, we're going to talk to Hunter Gio. Hunter had his own issues during the pit cycle. Thought he was in the catbird seat. Some guys in the stream chat thought he had something up his sleeve for the win here tonight, but unfortunately slides through the pit box just a bit. Hunter, it's Steve in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hunter, congratulations. Still a great recovery to come back and finish in the top 3. It's kind of where you ran most of the night, but it seemed that some guys thought you had something for the win here tonight until that pit stop at the end. Was that the game plan? Did you have something for those guys ahead of you?
Yeah, I was saving a little extra there on that second run, just trying to keep my tires under me, and the goal was get into the pits before everyone else, try to get the undercut, get in aggressive, make up some time. And unfortunately, a little too aggressive, slipped through the box there, and it cost us about 4 or 5 seconds.
Probably the difference maker, unfortunately, is I think you finished about 4.8 seconds behind the race winner. Nevertheless, I know that one stings, but still a solid finish. Of course, a good points night as well. We move on to Nashville Super Speedway next week. Different style racetrack for sure. What do you feel like next week and maybe taking home a victory?
Yeah, I feel really good about Nashville. For some reason, it's always just been a track that kind of suits me a lot more than this last track. This last one, you know, you really got to protect your tires and be pinpoint. This one, you go in, you can kind of attack the turns a little bit more, and it just fits me a lot more.
All right, Hunter. Well, again, awesome run here tonight. Tough break on the luck, but we got a long season to go. Who do you want to thank before I let you go?
Yeah, just a shout out to all the Spark guys, the fans, and of course the spotter for getting me through even when I messed up and got a little mad at myself.
Fair enough, Hunter. Thanks for talking to us, man. Good luck next week.
Appreciate it.
It's Hunter Gio, your third place finisher here, Texas Motor Speedway. Last but not least, we're going to take a look here at our race results. Of course, we already talked to our top 3 finishers. Scotty Sobczak, Nick Lucci, Hunter Gio, Josh Ward was 4th. 5th was Chris Smith. Steve Loving 6th. Peter Stewart finished 7th. Wes Pistole was 8th. Ellis Thomas 9th. Johnny Rapp was 10th. Chase Berry 11th. Brandon Ayers was 12th. Scott Tompkins 13th. 14th was Devin Jack. 15th was Matt Kerkhoff. 16th Sam Costner. 17th Robert Lydell III. James Danforth finished in the 18th position. 19th finisher was Rye Jones. 20th went to Pat Colby. Zach Mitchell was 21st. Jake Mockey 22nd. 23rd, Clay Sampson, 24th. William Lyman, Jay Heisman was 25th. 26th finisher, Steve Vest. Evan Pienta was 27th. Dylan LeBeau, 28th. Robert Probst was 29th. Abram Ghostin was 30th. Paul Thomas, 31st. 32nd went to Dade Grajewski. 33rd, Larry Poling. Brian Probst was 34th. Nick Saraf was 35th. Nathan Gentry, 36th. And 37th was Shane Kocher. He was involved in a single truck incident early on, just before our caution came out. He'll be 37th, 58 laps down. I want to thank you guys all for tuning in here tonight, of course. Do appreciate the viewership. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and click the like button on the stream. Subscribe if you haven't done that either. Tell your friends, all the good stuff. It helps push this to a wider audience, which is good for not only us here at HBR TV, but also the league. Get some fresh eyeballs on things, some guys that might be looking for a new league to race in, not just watch the broadcast. So it's always a positive. If you can do that, we certainly do appreciate it. Join us next week, certainly Nashville Super Speedway. Same time, same channel here, youtube.com/@symbol. HBR TV and the number 1. Also, if you haven't done it yet, check it out in the comments section, not the comments, in the description of the video. There is a link to the most popular driver award, if you will. Go ahead and click that, fill it out, the information. At the end of the season, there will be awards for the most popular driver. I guess you call it the Fans' Choice Award, and that is presented by Goon Squad. So that's going to wrap it up for us here. Congratulations to Scotty Sobczak taking the checkered flag here at Texas Motor Speedway. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.
racetrack.